For months now, we have been told that The Rings of Power is more than a mere TV series, that it's going to be a never-ending franchise like Marvel and Star Wars and all of these other things that Disney is pushing out, all of this content that's being pushed out, all of this corporate concoction, and that Amazon's Lord of the Rings series is absolutely stunning and it puts House of the Dragon to shame. And yet, Amazon's own analysts cannot stay awake through its episodes. In fact, at the time of writing this insider article by Catherine Long, which was September 30th, these analysts have not even finished watching the episodes that Amazon currently has presented. So let's get into this. Amazon analyst said he fell asleep watching company's Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power TV show, making him even more worried the billion-dollar project may be a bust. I mean, that's something that we could have all helped you out with, and we did. Here's one analyst who actually knows how to listen. Amazon analyst Tom Fort was already concerned about the performance of the company's Lord of the Rings TV show, The Rings of Power. But after he watched several episodes, he became even more worried about the billion-dollar project. We fell asleep during our first viewings of episodes 1, 3, and 4, and have not watched episode 5 yet due to a combination of not enjoying the first 4 episodes and a busy schedule, Fort, an analyst at D.A. Davidson, wrote in a recent note to investors. The show is one of Amazon's biggest ever bets on original video streaming content. Bezos, the founder of Amazon, demanded the company come up with an answer to HBO's Game of Thrones mega hit, but so far the Lord of the Rings project has been met with poor user reviews online. HBO's new prequel, House of the Dragon, is performing better. Yeah. So, analyst for Amazon, show media. Analyst for Amazon, show media. Just saying. Fort said he was originally hopeful ahead of the show's launch, but has gotten more bearish as the weeks progress. As of September 28th, according to Rotten Tomatoes, the show's audience score, As of September 28th, according to Rotten Tomatoes, the show's average critic score was an impressive 84%, but the audience score was a lackluster 38%, the analyst wrote. Let's check. We're sticking to those numbers pretty consistently according to Rotten Tomatoes as of right now. Going into the launch, he expected the audience score to start low, as hardcore Tolkien fans were likely to be the first to watch it and be the most critical, then improve over time as more casual fans got involved. But that has not happened. They couldn't hook the normies, guys. That's what this is admitting. They could not snag the normies. Because when you're not true to Tolkien and his legacy and his story, people know it. Because Tolkien was absolutely brilliant. He was a genius. And this show is not. Nearly 1 month after its September 1 launch and 5 episodes in on an 8-episode season, we are now, by the way, we are 3 days away from the final episode of the season. The audience response, as measured by Rotten Tomatoes, is far worse than we initially expected, as suggested by the critics' warm perception. And it is not improving as we had initially anticipated, Fort explained to investors. In a statement to Insider earlier this week, Amazon said that the series continues to be the most watched show worldwide on Prime Video, breaking all previous viewing records. An Amazon spokesperson previously told Insider that audience reviews on Rotten Tomatoes had been unfairly lowered by a review bombing campaign orchestrated by malicious online actors. Yes, they are still sticking with review bombing, guys. It's not considered review bombing if this was a 5-star show and all of the reviews were 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. That's not considered review bombing. No, absolutely not. That's honesty. But when people genuinely don't like your product and they give you 1-star or half-star reviews, that's review bombing and dishonest. Or not. Your own analyst fell asleep during the show, guys. Come on, Amazon. This occurs when users intentionally try to lower a movie or show's audience score in bad faith, which this is not. This show was made in bad faith. That's the only thing that's in bad faith about this. Still, Fort is now trying to quantify the risks to Amazon if the show isn't a mega hit. Amazon executives will be closely watching what percentage of all Prime Video streams the project represents and how many inactive Prime accounts logged on to watch Rings of Power, Insider previously reported. If we work off of Amazon's reported figures of 25 million viewers for launch and an audience of 200 million Prime members who engage with Prime Video, we come up with the following 12.5% penetration or 87.5% lack of interest, Fort wrote. If we marry the audience score, then we get the following. 9.5 million viewers liked it, 38% of 25 million, suggesting 4.75% penetration, meaning 95.25% did not like it and or are not interested in it. He added in the research note, so as much as 95.25% of Prime members may not be happy about paying $20 more per year for Prime because of Amazon's content spending, including Lord of the Rings. That's right. This is coming out of Prime members' pockets. Whether you watch this thing or not, you're paying for it. And it's about to go up by $20 more per year because that's how much Amazon spent. And because they have not brought in new Prime member accounts like this was supposed to do, someone's got to hold that bag. And guess what? It's going to be on the Prime holders. So it's your money. You work hard for it. You earn that money. You can spend it how you want as long as, it's not illegal. I strongly suggest tactically acquiring this show if you want to watch it that badly. But I know people use Prime for lots of things. They order stuff from Amazon. The shipping and the next day and everything like that is great for them. So I know lots of people who use Prime for other things. Maybe try and find a workaround. I don't know, because one way or another, you're going to end up paying for this. And I think it would say a lot if people let them know that you, in fact, do not want to pay for this trash content. So this is from the analysts for Amazon, from their own mouths. Remember, Amazon needs Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power to be a hit. They were trending Lotterop. They were doing all of this hype, and they were pushing this thing in every social media platform, in every mainstream media platform, and every legacy media platform, and it is still falling short. Money cannot replace talent and personality. This show has neither. It's bland, it's boring, it could be any fantasy series, and it still wouldn't be good. That's how horrific this is. And now remember, this of analysts falling asleep on top of Amazon closing all but one customer call center. Some people called me crazy. They were like, oh yes, because Amazon's choosing to close call centers, it's a sign because of bad things. It's a sign that things have gotten rough because of a show. Guys, I am telling you right now, Amazon is all about optics. They are all about strength. They are spinning this right now that it's going to benefit the employees, that employees are the ones who don't want to come back to work. Kind of like the show isn't bad, it's just being review bombed, and it's a campaign by malicious online actors. So now it's the employees truly want to go back to working from home. They don't want to come into an office building. So we're going to close all the customer call centers except one, and we'll save on real estate. They're also going to save on infrastructure. And because if you're an employee who cannot afford to get that infrastructure run to your house, the lines, the wiring, the internet, the ethernet, whatever it may be, they can let you go because you are not meeting the requirements for the position, and they're not going to pay to put that infrastructure in your house. That's nowhere in the contract for them to do. And they're currently trying to cut costs. So why would they pour all of that money in when you could up and quit the next day and then you have all this infrastructure that they paid for? It doesn't make any sense. It's going to be the employees who are on the hook for that, and if they can't cough that money up, they're gone. Just like Amazon Prime members are going to have to pay $20 more per year because of Amazon's content spending, including Rings of Power. Is this what you signed up for, Amazon? Is this what you wanted? Did you want a 38% audience review on Rotten Tomatoes? And may I point out, it's very odd that in 3 weeks or since the 5th episode, this score has not changed. That seems a bit suspicious. Neither score has changed. I'm just saying, if it smells fishy, probably something going on there. Let's look at Metacritic, an entirely different site. The Metascore is 71. The user score is 2.4. Now, remember, this is out of a scale of 10. So if we grade this up to out of a scale of 100, it's a 24 out of 100. 2.4 out of 10 is the same thing as 24 out of 100. It's not good. Is this what you wanted, Amazon? Is this what you spent $1 billion for? Is this what you wanted? Because we are not entertained. I will tell you that right now. Though watching you jump through these hoops is kind of entertaining. And just to put the cherry on top, we have the season finale coming up. And, you know, not a whole lot has happened. Stuff has not been going the way that they anticipated. Well, let's go ahead and check on that season finale trailer. And oh my gosh, would you look at that? That sucker's ratioed too. People are fundamentally and vehemently rejecting this product, this corporate concoction. This is not corporate fanfic. This is corporate concoction. They thought that they could just take the Tolkien name, the Lord of the Rings name, a few characters' names from Tolkien's works, slap them over a project, and call it gravy, and everybody would just bow down, bend over, and eat it all up. And it's not happening. It's simply not happening. It's more a season trailer than a season finale trailer. Yes, this trailer is clips of every single episode except episode 8. Like, I don't even know what that is. It's not a trailer for anything except everything that's already happened, which was not a whole lot, which is why they were able to fit it into 2 minutes and 34 seconds. See, Amazon, you could have fit the last 7 episodes into 2 minutes and 34 seconds. How do I know that? Because you did it. In fact, it wasn't even the full 2 minutes and 34 seconds. It was up to 2 minutes and 13 seconds before we got the Prime Video only on stuff screen. So, and before that, at 2:11, we hit the Rings of Power screen. So in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, you've recapped the entire series, or the entire season thus far. And yet, you made us, for 8 hours, watch literally nothing happen. Literally, the plot moved backwards. It moved backwards. Snails move faster than this. So Bronwyn survived from 2 arrows even without armor. Shame on you, Boromir. Exactly! It's... This whole series has big somehow Palpatine returned energy. Let's see if they can squeeze one more Bronwyn speech into this finale. I know, right? Our story is the story of 2 guys who started out at the bottom with a lot of hard work, continued along the bottom, and finally ended up at the bottom. J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay. I love that, Daniel. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Oh my word. This show makes me appreciate things like J.R.R. more and more. Oh my gosh, I'm assuming he's talking about Jar Jar Binks in the actual Star Wars prequel and not Jar Jar Abrams. Never in the field of entertainment has so much been spent in pursuit of so little. Absolutely. Trust me, this show is amazing with earmuffs and a sleeping mask on. The analysts at Amazon agree with you. In fact, they do, good sir. Amit Bhatta. I'm assuming you're a guy. We're just gonna roll with it. Yep, 100% sure Nuri is Sauron. Yeah, they're evil. The Harfoots are just cold-hearted and just not good. I hope Sauron wins and just obliterates this entire show. I'm with you, Don. Let's go. But there's where we're sitting, folks. 49,000 downvotes to 7.4 thousand upvotes for the season finale episode trailer. We're sitting at 38% on Rotten Tomatoes. We're sitting at 2.4 on Metacritic. And we have analysts who cannot keep their eyes open. Thank you all so much for giving this a watch. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Let me know what you think down in the comments. God bless, Godspeed, and much love to all. Bye.